Passionate about music.
Joining us once again is somebody who we met earlier this year. He's an actor, he's a singer, he's a musician. He was a troubadour in Playing It Straight. Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Gary Albert Hughes is here.
Hello. Can I just say, I'm so thrilled to be back here with you two.
We had a right laugh
Yeah,
with you
no, you
last
did.
time, and we tried to inch it out of you who was playing it straight and who was gay on that show. And
yeah,
now we know.
And what the conclusion we came to was that I'm absolutely useless at telling.
Yeah, your gaydar is terrible. Your
Awful.
gaydar is appalling.
Gets me in trouble.
So since we last saw you, what have you been up to?
Oh God, Neil. I've been up to so much because, okay, Playing It Straight finished, and so off the back of the kind of popularity of that, we kind of had a lot of requests to write songs for certain artists and certain projects, and because, as you know, we wrote the theme tune and the comedy musical update moments for Playing It Straight.
It was really good.
really
That was.
great.
We enjoyed that so much.
Tied
didn't
it
we?
together brilliantly. Yeah.
Yeah, and so off the back of that, I got together with my writing partner, who is called Taylor-Rowan. Together we're called Taylor-Rowan and Hughes, and we wrote a musical, a full-scale musical called Candy Cottage,
Oh my God.
which is a sweet little musical set in a sweet shop.
Oh, lovely.
And it's a lovely little story about a boy that falls in love with a girl that comes into the shop every day, and to win her heart, he starts making creations out of sweets and sweet wrappers.
It's like Amelie. This sounds like Amelie.
It sounds all sweet and lovely, but it does take a bit of a dark, twisted turn at the end, where he realises that she doesn't love him, and
Oh dear, Sweeney Toddy. Does it go Sweeney Toddy?
Kind of slightly, and I'm not going to ruin it, because excitingly we showcased it last month in the West End in front of a whole load of West End directors and producers. And it went down an absolute storm. We had some amazing feedback, and it's actually been picked up to go and be part of a new writing festival next year, hopefully in February.
Me.
That's great, because notoriously new musicals are like virtually impossible to get off the ground. But it's great to know that there's something that's encouraging this, because we need some.
Yeah, we do
need some new stuff rather than the old Les Mises.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great and everything, but let's get some new stuff.
That stuff is amazing, and it's still in the West End 20 years later, because it's timeless.
Yeah.
But we can't carry on living in, because those musicals are, however fabulous they are dated. Les Mis was written in the 80s, and so it really does have that feel about it still, and I think it's really important to encourage us new writers, because there's a lot of kind of what we call jukebox musicals out at the moment, which is kind of squidging the hits of a certain band or a certain artist around a kind of loosely
Spice Girls.
written
Talking about Spice
story.
Girls, Fever Forever.
Queen,
Fever Forever.
Queen, yeah.
Queen musical.
If they're written, I think if they're written well,
Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia.
Rod Stewart.
Yeah, Rod Stewart, Rod Stewart. Thriller. Oh my God,
Etc.
you're right.
etc.
The West End is peppered with these things.
It is, and look, I've got nothing against them. It's, if they're well written and they're well done, they're really entertaining, and people have a great time, and those hits and those songs are fantastic. But it's really important for new story writing and new music writing to be supported and to come out, because if we don't do that, the library of music that we have in another 10 or 20 years is not going to be there.
Yeah.
No.
That's true.
But it's very costly to do this. How are you going to get your musical out there and make it successful? Because it's all about people getting to know the songs and getting to, how are you going to do that?
Look, I'm not going to lie, it's
hard.
really, really, really tough. And I don't earn that much money. I support myself by teaching songwriting and teaching a bit of piano and a bit of singing here and there, and the rest of the time I spend at home writing, which I'm not getting paid for. And so you have to become your own business manager and your own business person. You've got to get out there, get online, get on Twitter, get on Facebook, and I'm quite proud of the projects that I've done this year, because they've all been self-funded. They've all been self-promoted, and each of them have been, in my opinion, a huge success. And you've got to kind of become a bit savvy in who you talk to and who you meet and how you promote yourself. And I think as long as you're genuine and you're friendly and you're
talented.
passionate,
You've got to be talented.
that's for you to decide.
Otherwise, that's
That's
X
not for
Factor
me
in it.
to
That's
say.
Rylan. That is otherwise.
We heard the little Christmas song that you've done there. What inspired that song that we heard before?
Well, my writing partner and I, Joan Taylor-Rowan and I, we got a little tweet on Facebook from one of our followers, and it was just kind of a little message saying, you should write a new Christmas song. And a few of our other followers retweeted it and said, yeah, you should write a new Christmas. And I suddenly thought, what a great idea. What a perfect time of year to write a touching, beautiful, warm, new Christmas love song where you can be a little bit sentimental. And I was
going to say, you couldn't write it at Easter, you'd be buggered, wouldn't you?
Do you know what I mean?
That wouldn't
And
work.
you've got a perfect voice in Shona as well.
Oh, absolutely. We were so lucky and thrilled to get Shona Lindsay doing the vocals, because it's just... She's just perfection, especially for this record.
There are no decent Christmas songs at the moment.
No,
The last
the
one's
old
a
ones,
Wizard.
yeah.
Wizard and Wham.
Yeah,
That's
Mud.
what you got.
Yeah. Where can people get hold of it, by the way?
Oh, well, it's a download only. It's on iTunes.
Right.
So you just search Shona Lindsay, Your Presence, with an E-N-C-E.
Yeah.
A little
Okay,
clever play on words there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And yeah, it's on iTunes, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks it'll be on Amazon and other various sites like that. But I think the best place to go is iTunes.
Okay, and you've got an album coming out next year as well?
Yes, well, we were just in talks about an exciting album of our songs. We're just in the process of applying for some funding and some backing to make the album. We've got a little handful of other West End stars.
Shut up, Gary!
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's really kind of, the buzz is really building and it's bubbling. We've got someone called Nigel Richards, a lovely singer called Shona White, who have expressed interest in being on our album, and we're waiting to hear back from a few more. I mean, if there's anyone out there, wink, wink, who's interested in funding new emerging talent, get in touch with Gaydar and pass on the message.
Can we talk about your dick, please?
We can talk about my dick.
I mean, I
yes.
suppose you've got time.
Wish, my love.
I can't believe that you've got time to do this as well. You're in panto as well.
I'm in, not just panto, my
Yeah,
love.
go on.
Adult panto.
Oh dear, oh my
that,
God.
That kind of panto.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
It's absolutely brilliant. We've had 5-star reviews across the board.
Wow.
And we've got none other than the one and only legendary Dusty O.
So that means
Oh,
be
loved it, yeah,
upstanding,
loved
be
it.
upstanding and a clap. Dusty O, dear friend of Gaydar and very good friend of Boy George as well.
Yeah.
Very good friend of Boy
Yeah,
George.
who might be coming along to see the show
No.
in the next couple of weeks.
Where's it on at?
It's on at the Leicester Square Theatre.
Oh, brilliant, yeah. Good location.
We're on I think it's about 8 shows a week.
Right.
We've got a couple of late night ones as well, so if you like
Oh,
a little
God.
bit of a tipple
Quite
and you
bawdy.
like things to get a little bit naughtier than usual, then pop along. The audiences are absolutely loving it. It's laugh out loud, belly laugh kind of stuff. And it's absolute filth. So,
Well, no better way to sell it than that, is there?
Always good to see you, Gary. Thanks for coming to see us. Good luck next year and everything.
And have a lovely Christmas
Yeah.
too.
thank you, you too. Merry
All right.
Christmas.
Passionate about music.